There was an era when NBA games resembled fierce battles. When the arena lights dim, the jerseys weighed heavily, and each position felt intensely personal. You wouldn't catch players grinning alongside their opponents. Instead, you witness hard fouls, icy glares, and rivalries that span multiple seasons. Scoring 90 points could secure a playoff victory, and when the final buzzer rang, it felt truly deserved. Perhaps it's not the current NBA is lacking, it's simply that it no longer evokes that same feeling. The NBA is just not the same anymore.
It's boring to watch. I asked it because you were exciting to watch.
Yeah.
You go out there and y'all do the little
so
back
like
thing.
you basically you love to see Anthony Edwards, Ja Morant, those guys excited. But to this new world we live in, the era don't care about that. It's just not the basketball I grew up watching or the basketball I played in that era. Like, if you telling me you couldn't touch me now, when I was in my prime, or let me be able to go open floor with all shooters around me, I would have a field day. You would get more highlights from me.
Yeah.
I was doing this with two bigs who's in the paint. So imagine MVP D Rose. I'm not hating nobody, knocking nobody, but no, basketball is not exciting to watch. I still watch it, but you don't get all the highlights and excitement that you used to see back in the day.
The NBA is having a viewership problem, okay? And it's because of stuff like this. Ja Morant was ejected for reacting to a call. I've seen 15-year-old girls in volleyball games have more visceral reactions to calls than what Ja Morant did here. This is one of the most popular and exciting to watch players in the whole league, and you're throwing him out of a game for what? Showing emotion? Then Jaylen Brown gets fined $25,000 for doing this after he dunked on somebody. The same NBA that's paying this man $300 million fined him $25,000, a drop in the bucket. And for what? Y'all act like he walked up on the dude and choked him. The refs are way too involved. Ja Morant saying he's not gonna dunk anymore to avoid injuries. Now look, I get this for Ja. This is actually really smart. And this is going to be extremely selfish of me, and I'll take that. But the players are so scared of getting hurt, they about to start playing in bubble wrap uniform. It says games played since October 22nd, the NBA season opener. Ricky Pearsall, he plays for the San Francisco 49ers. He was shot in the chest in August. He's played in 5 games. Joel Embiid, sore knees. He's played 4 games. Now, I'm not saying Joel Embiid isn't hurt, okay? But the NBA now already investigates sitting out when he's not actually hurt to get ready for the playoffs that are next year. His teammates then already called him out for changing since he got paid and coming to everything late. So my point here is this. NBA players are turning into divas. I said it. No shade to Bronny, but y'all got Nepo baby work from home NBA players now. Like, it's getting serious. This was entertaining for the moment, for LeBron's legacy, for the first time ever, blah, blah, blah. This moment when they first stepped on the court together. Ever since then, it's been hell for the Lakers. Not because of Bronny, because of several other reasons. But the point is, like, what are we doing? And don't get it twisted. I love LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan, which makes me extra sad to say LeBron's starting to look like Father Time is starting to catch up to him. And when LeBron retires, the NBA gonna have a real problem on their hands because they don't even market any of the smaller teams or smaller players. LeBron, Steph, KD, the players that everyone's so obsessed with, I mean, they're getting older. Now what? I know that there are several young, talented players that people should be watching, but how is the world supposed to know that when you got to have 7 VPNs and go through the black market to watch them on your computer if you don't want to pay $200 billion for League Pass or whatever the streaming service we have to watch them on, Amazon, whatever. There's so many games to the point where the players aren't even playing in the games that don't matter. And I'm saying this because I'm an NBA fan, and even I'm bored.
Christ's love isn't like everybody else's love. It's not like the world's love. The world's love loves you when you do things right or when you do things with them. But as soon as you make a mistake, they take that love away. But what I've experienced with the love of Christ is that it loves first. It loves through wrongdoing. It loves when you shouldn't be loved anymore. It's unconditional. And that's the love that I believe is going to change the world and has changed me.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Micaiah. I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black and I'm back and I'm black.
Yo, Sasha here. Excuse me? Supermodels do not fly business class. Now, I'm not gonna demand a private jet, but I think Jag could at least spring for first class.
and today I am bringing you all another video diving into the decline and demise of the NBA. As we know, the NBA is still flourishing in various different areas, but the viewership has been down. And as someone who loves basketball, it's my favorite sport along with boxing. It just does not hit the same for me personally. The grit, the hunger, not many NBA players have that anymore. Of course, you have your few that do, but overall, it just does not hit the same. And of course, every generation may say this, oh, it doesn't hit the same as this, it doesn't hit the same as that, but I think now is like the peak. It just isn't the same. It's absolutely boring. I can't tell you the last time I sat and watched a full NBA game. I've watched highlights. I went in person over the past few years, but even then it just is not the same anymore. That energy, that rivalry is just not there. And I think that's one of my biggest griefs when it comes to the NBA is that the rivalry is just gone. You don't have people coming at each other's throat, there to work hard and something to prove. It's just like everyone is friends, and I think that is still beautiful how people can still interact off the court, at which players did before. Now it's like there's no rivalry. They don't even care. It's like they just want to get their check and go. And it's like, I don't like how the NBA is set up now, and I just want to dive into it. But before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to see more of me. And if you're new, hey. And if you're a returner, I really, truly appreciate the love. If you get the chance, please check out my social media platforms down within the description box and on the screen, where I display my passion for fashion along with other interests that I have. And for all who are new, you should know I do an array of topics. I am extremely diverse. I do more nerdy topics, I do nostalgic topics, and I do more conscious topics. Plus, I dibble and dabble within vlogs. So you see, we do a little bit of everything around here. So I'm your girl. Hit that subscribe button. So let's get back into the video. There is a discussion that many individuals are having in a hushed tones. When people express, I long for the NBA of the 90s, 2000s, or even the early 2010s, they aren't merely reminiscing. They're referring to a certain vibe. The league has a different atmosphere now. Whether that change is an improvement or a decline hinges on your personal values. The NBA of the 90s and the early 2000s/2010s was a realm of physicality. Hand checking was permitted. Brutal fouls were commonplace. Defending the paint had real significance. You witnessed Michael Jordan in midair, the Knicks and the Heat nearly grappling in the playoffs, the Pistons stifling opponents with their defense, Shaq asserting his dominance in the paint like an unstoppable force. Games resembled fierce battles. Every possession was charged with tension. Scoring was a challenge. Achieving 90 points felt like a monumental task. In contrast, today's league emphasizes freedom of movement, offensive rhythm, spacing, and speed, which has enhanced the game's efficiency but diminished its grit. For those who experience the intensity of defense, showdowns, the contemporary game may seem less robust. Jordan against the Pistons, Kobe facing the Kings, Lakers battling the Celtics, Heat clashing with the Knicks, Spurs going up against the Suns. These were more than mere matchups. They carried deep emotions. The trash talk was unfiltered. Players didn't join forces in the summer. Superstars weren't forming alliances in their prime. There was a sense of pride in standing firm and confronting your rivals. But now, AAU culture and off-season training have fostered a more brotherly league. Players share a closer bond. This is personally beneficial, but it diminishes the sense of rivalry. The competitive edge seems dull. The 90s, 2000s, and early 2010s featured mid-range assassins, back to the basket bigs, isolation-heavy stars, a slow, methodical half-court offense. You witness Kobe maneuvering through triple coverage, AI shouldering an entire offense, T-Mac dazzling defenders on one-on-one matchups. It felt like art, unique at times, inefficient yet dramatic. In contrast, today's NBA is driven by analytics, three-pointers, layups, free throws, prioritizing efficiency over aesthetics. From a basketball IQ perspective, the contemporary game is exceptional. From an emotional spectacle viewpoint, some fans long for the diversity. When every team employs similar spacing strategies, it can become bland. The stars seem larger than life. You didn't encounter them every day on social media. Jordan, Kobe, Iverson, Vince Carter, KG, they had mythical quality. Today, players are easier to reach, more open, more relatable, which isn't a problem. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but mystique generates an aura, and that aura ignites nostalgia. The way things are presented is crucial. TNT's iconic theme music, NBC's captivating intros, the intense lighting during playoffs, slow motion camera sweeps as players are introduced. Even the weight of the jerseys seemed more substantial. The arenas appeared dimmer, the commentary had more intense flair. The NBA transformed into a grand event. In contrast, today's presentation is more polished, but at times it comes off as corporate. There's a noticeable lack of grit in the overall aesthetic. In the past, there was unmistakable heroes and villains. The Bulls ruled the court. The Lakers achieved a remarkable three-peat. The Spurs established their dynasty. The Celtics and Lakers reigned as rivals. Dynasties weave compelling stories. Nowadays, player mobility has led to greater balance. Championship opportunities are now fleeting. Teams are quick to rebuild. Here's the honest reality. Skill levels have undoubtedly risen today. Big players can shoot effectively. Guards possess greater skills. Offensive strategies are increasingly intricate. Athletes are quicker and better conditioned. The contemporary NBA is not lacking. It's simply evolved. When we say the NBA is dry now and or not the same, we're touching on physical intensity, a more measured pace, unique team identities, rivalries that were truly fierce, the surprise of erratic shooting, a time when a match didn't conclude with a score of 123 to 118. We actually long for the days when an 84 to 79 score felt monumental. The NBA of the 90s, 2000s, and early 2010s was far from flawless, yet it possessed an edge, a sense of mystique, tension that gripped you, a rich mythology. In contrast, today's league showcases exceptional skill, strategic spacing, high efficiency, greater accessibility. But this leads us to ponder, do we favor the chaos of war or the strategy of chess? For modern NBA resembles chess more than anything, while the old felt like a battlefield, and that's what I miss.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I really don't know the last time I sat and watched a full basketball game. Basketball has become so rigged, so all about scoring the three-pointer and shooting the threes or whatever. Like every team runs the same offense. Drive and kick, drive and kick. Like basketball has honestly become very boring. I'm a basketball player. I played basketball my whole entire life. Basketball was my life for a big portion of my life. Now, I'm 32 years old. I play like here and there and whatnot, in the gym or something like that. Might join a little rec league every now and then. Playing will always be fun. Playing will never stop. The energy and the excitement I get for playing will never stop. Watching the NBA has gotten truly, truly just unsatisfying, boring, repetitive, and just like, oh my God, this is like, the scores are like, I think it was another game the other day, I still keep up with like the scores and whatnot, but I seen a game the other day, it was like 150 to 140 something. I'm like, that's all-star game numbers. I'm like, so y'all aren't playing any defense. I'm like, oh, this is just pure offense. This is just pure offense. When they started making the big man a three-point shooter, it was up for basketball. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was up for basketball. The only sport I really watch now is football. I've always liked watching football. I played football 1 year in high school, and I only played it just to wait out the season until basketball season started. But I only played one season of football. But I love watching football, even though football is rigged too. Football will there's no way to not make football interesting because every play counts. There is no taking a play off in football. In basketball, they up and down the court 24/7. They what's the thing? Load managing. they're crying. They remember, you ever, for all my hoopers, y'all ever tweak y'all ankle playing hooping, and then you go to the side, you know, you rub on it for a little bit, you get up, you flex it, and then you walk around. You be like, okay, it feels good. You start running a little bit. Okay, it feels good. You on the sidelines trying to do a couple cuts, and you back in the game, baby. You're not getting paid a dime. You're not getting paid a dime to go back and play in that pickup game. But you go back and play in that pickup game if you feel like you can. In the NBA, these boys tweak an ankle, they out for 3 weeks. I'm talking about 3 strong weeks, strong. And every day, he might return on Tuesday. We're waiting to get the MRI. MRI? His ankle not even swollen. I ain't gonna lie. I gave up on basketball. I haven't watched the game. Only thing I watch in basketball is when the playoff time come. Playoffs, okay, that's when they lock in. That's when they start playing a little defense. That's when they start going to the paint a little bit more, less threes and whatnot. It turns back into actual basketball for the most part during the playoffs. Regular season, them 82 games, that play-in tournament, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Basketball is one of my favorite things to partake in and also watch. So I wanted to bring this to the forefront on my channel. I have talked about the Sonics and AI. So if you have a chance, please check out those videos because basketball is a part of some of my interest. Although this is not a large part of my channel, I still wanted to incorporate this. And yes, the Chicago Bulls are my favorite NBA team. And it's not because of Michael Jordan. He's a GOAT too, don't get me wrong. But it's because of D Rose, okay? Let's make that all the way clear. He's the one that got me deep into basketball. So I want to set that clear and make it known. And I would like to know you all's thoughts and perspectives on the matter. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'm open to all perspectives. However, we must be respectful down within the comment section. And I want you all to remember that you are loved by the God who created the universe. He made you for such a special purpose. There is no mistake as to why you are here. You are destined for such greatness. So I'm thankful for you sharing this moment with me, and I can't wait to check you all out in the next video. Stay blessed, everyone.